Hi, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? Okay, I'm live. I see it yellow. How is everyone doing tonight? Let me turn this off so it doesn't play back. I see everyone was in the chat talking. Let me read through really quick. How's everyone doing tonight? Shauna said, I'm ready for a new life, if you will, new beginnings. Cheyenne said, feeling okay today, actually. Just reading through. So I wanted to start this live, and I wanted to do it different. Like, this new moon and this Aquarius season itself, if it's showing people anything, it's that you need to do something different in some sort of area in your life. Like, something needs to be different. El Rising said chill today, but yesterday was pretty intense. V said just be you. Thank you. But I want to go back to what El Rising said. Yesterday was pretty intense. Yesterday was very intense. The thing about Aquarius is that, like, okay, so the sun rules in Leo, the light, the ego, the heart, and it falls in Aquarius because Aquarius they know. And it's not about their ego, and it's not even about themselves. Like, for Aquarius, it is about, they have information that they must do something with it. Like, all Aquariuses on some level feel like they're here for some reason that it was not anything that they would have chosen for themselves. So in Aquarius season, a lot of people start to receive information, and it's like you're receiving so much information that now your destiny is changing. Like, now your path is starting to look hazy. And the thing is, it's like Aquarius everything is gonna just kind of I don't want to say shatter, because that sounds like things are breaking, but it's intense because there's no excuses really in Aquarius season. Like, you will come into understandings, and you will know them now. And like, once you see certain truths, you will not ever be able to unsee them. Like, people right now are coming to conclusions, and they're just coming into these feelings and understandings, and they're not gonna, like, that is what it's going to be from this point forward. In a lot of ways, this right now, for so many people, for all of you, this point in your life, you've reached a point to where now you are starting from this point forward. So a lot of you right now could feel like you are just losing yourself. Like, there's just parts of you just going away. Like, there's things that are just kind of like breaking down, and there's almost like you don't even care about certain things. Like, things are just falling away. And this has so much to do with people coming into a higher purpose. Because what I want to say is that 2 weeks from now, when we have the full moon in Virgo, and then 6 months from now also when it's Leo season, and we're going to have the full moon in Aquarius, and then we're going to have the new moon in Virgo. So 6 months from now, a whole bunch of planets are going to be in retrograde. Saturn and Pluto are going to be together in retrograde. So what we have right now, we have Jupiter sextiling the sun all week, and Neptune and Saturn are in a sextile. And this is like, so many people right now feel like they don't know where to go, and it's because you can go anywhere. Like, so many people right now don't even know what to do with the freedom that they have. They have a freedom, and they don't even know what to do, because you could literally go anywhere. You could literally go into any single direction. And the thing is, I feel like where we're moving to is that some people, it's going to come down to how brave is your spirit. Like, it's going to come down to how brave is your spirit. Like, some of you are going to have to sacrifice things that you have held onto for a long time. And you're going to have to, especially over the next 2 weeks, once we go into Pisces season, Everything gets sacrificed. Everything gets sacrificed because life is sacrifice. And that's what we learn in the 12th house. We have to give something away. We have to let something go. Big, to just really, truly free yourself into it. You know, it's like Aquarius, if you think is the water bearer, this is when you're starting to feel all the emotions. You're starting to actually receive information on what's really going on in you. This is when you start to have this awareness, and you can't not see it once you have it. So a lot of people are coming into very clear truths in their lives right now, and it's making them like dive in themselves. And the thing is, you're not going to know where your life is going. You're not going to have the control. Because in Aquarius season, so many people wish that they could just know. They wish that they could just have a glimpse and see what they're supposed to do and just see how it's going to map out. But the thing is we're at a point right now where it's like you have to rise. Like you have to rise into a level where it feels uncertain. And the thing is, so many people now are finding a new freedom. Like a lot of people right now are finding a new freedom within themselves. A lot of people are just like, I'm not even going to lie, me personally, like I would say Aquarius season, there's been parts of it so far that have felt like a mental hell. Like some of you maybe you've been attracting certain experiences for you to find out what you really don't believe in, what you really don't think is right, what you really don't think is true. So you're going to attract in situations where you feel like that. I know I don't want that. I know that I don't agree with that. I know that I don't want that. And this is bringing pressure on people. But the thing is as we move through the rest of this Aquarius season, and the thing is now that Venus also is in Capricorn, so tomorrow the moon will still be in Aquarius, but at night it's going to go into Pisces. And when the moon goes into Pisces for the next like 2-3 days, there's going to be this sort of emotional release where your truth is your truth. And that is going to make certain things die off right now. Like people in their lives, there are things that are just straight dying off out in the cold. Like, and I'm seeing in my head right now, someone who's like closed the door. I'm seeing someone like driving. It's somewhere really, really cold. And like they close the door and like a part of their jacket or something gets stuck out of the door and they don't even realize it. And then when they get to their destination and they open up, that whole part of that jacket or whatever is frozen off and dirty and ruined. And they didn't even realize it. Like some of you are carrying things right now, mentally, energetically, emotionally, that you really don't need. Like you really don't need it. And the thing is, a lot of you don't even care about it, but the programming runs so deep. Like the reason I said that Aquarius season, there's been parts that feel like mental hell is because some of you are aware of what you are enslaved by. Many of you are aware of what you're addicted to. You are aware of where you were not so smart and where you were smart. Many of you, you're coming into this awareness, a higher awareness of yourself. And that's painful. That's very painful. That's why the opposite of Aquarius is Leo. You have to have heart. Like you have to have heart for yourself, or you're just going to be in a mental fucking prison all the time. Like if you don't have compassion for yourself, if you don't really hold space for yourself in your heart, you're going to be in a mental plague. You're going to be in a mental plague. So I feel like this new moon has a lot going on where many of you need to, there's a need right now for people to, of course I could say surrender, but we always say surrender. And it's funny because earlier I was just like downloading, like I was just basically having conversations with myself all day today. And I was like, how could I explain surrender? Like, how could I explain, or I was saying to myself, what could somebody say to me to really help me realize what it means to surrender? Like, what would I need to hear? And I literally heard in my own self, just give up. But that is so relevant for Aquarius season. Like there are things right now in people's lives, like just give up. Like if you're trying to really control something, if you're really trying to like force anything right now, give up. Give up. Anything that is very strenuous, give up. That's how you surrender into it. And Aquarius, like Capricorn, wants control. Wants control, but where Aquarius wants it mentally, Capricorn wants it energetically and physically. But when we're coming into the season, like what I need everyone to know right now is no matter what is going on in life, no matter what, all of this is a matrix. All of this is in the mind. Every single thought is a portal. Every single thought you have is a portal taking you somewhere. Every exchange of words, every communication, everything is a portal. And every single second is alive. Every single second, every single thought. This is how we create our reality. And when we make decisions, we go to the next type of the portal. The universe sends what it needs. We are always co-creating. And that is Aquarius. That is the 11th house. That is the real true essence. It's the co-creation aspect that you have to be a master of your mind and you have to take responsibility and create your reality, but you need to work with the forces. You can't go always against them. That's the rebellion energy. You can't always go against, like if the universe is placing a white rose in front of you, you can't just slap it down on the ground every single time because you want a red rose. Like there are things right now going on in people's life where they're having to not only master their mind and master their awareness, but you're also having to like allow yourself to receive the guidance and receive the higher source channel down into you. Because there's also like an arrogant sort of energy that can come up in Aquarius season, and especially as we get closer into Pisces, you know, like in Pisces, we really realize that we don't have control. Like you really don't have control. Like your soul feels what it feels. You feel what you feel. Even if you tell yourself you don't feel something, you're going to always be moved spiritually. Like your soul is basically moving with or without you. Your soul is going to go through things with or without your awareness attached to it. So the soul has a mind of its own, technically, right? Which is 12th house of Pisces, Aquarius. The soul has a mind of its own. That's Pisces' whole experience, is that I don't know why I do things I do sometimes. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why that decision happened. It just, your soul had a mind of its own. So this is going to be a time where a lot of you need to figure out your mind. You need to know what you really think. You need to know what your real truth is. Because if not, you're going to go into Pisces season and get taken away by forces. And you're going to get taken away by the co-creation because you're not going to really have a mental stand in it. So, you know, this is a time of many people. There's a lot of breakthroughs going on right now. But really, this is just a very mental time. This is a time where people are seeing their options. Hold on, I'm gonna read the chat a little bit. Evanuel said, playing the cards you're dealt. Very true. Aquarius always plays the cards they're dealt. Always. And they play the best fucking cards. And like one thing I also wanted to mention in this stream is that, you know, the final of each element. So like the last mutable, the last fixed, the last cardinal are the most powerful. They're the final. So when you think of fixed signs really are the most powerful. And the final fixed sign is Aquarius. And the reason for that is because when you have the mental, when you got the mental down, when you know in your mind, you win, period. Like Taurus is physical. That's the physical manifestation. So let's say your house just fucking burned down. That's like a Taurus fixed thing. Like that is real life fixed thing. Something happened. But the Aquarius power, why Aquarius is the last final fixed sign, is because if you can change your mind about something, you basically change the experience. Like if you can change how you see it and what you know to be true, if you can master what you know, if you can find your core beliefs and change them and change the way that you think, you will have ultimate power over like so many situations in your life, and you will gain a sense of freedom that you cannot get any other way. Like mental, to really have a healthy relationship with your mind is the key to this existence. And this is why Aquarius runs the matrix. Aquarius, Capricorn is like the managers and the people in charge in the matrix. Like Capricorn enforces the authority in the matrix. Aquarius actually is like the higher elite controlling the matrix. So this plays out as Aquarius really is controlling everything because they are being channeled from higher source, all the information all the time. Like Aquarius knows everything that needs to be known. Like Aquarius has the elite stored knowledge, and knowledge is power. So, and the thing, Pisces gets to go out and experience this. Like Pisces goes and experiences it and says, this is life. This is life. But Aquarius already knows what it is. So what we also go into, like what we also have to consider going from Aquarius to Pisces is the element of courage. Because like one time I remember I read something and it was like Aquarius will fight for the world, but Pisces will die for the world. And that's the difference in the courage, because when you know everything and you've mastered it in your mind, you may not have the heart inclination to do anything about it because you already know what you know and you already have your truth. You have the mental power. But the real power, what transforms, is when you do something about it based on how you feel about it. When you know something and you act on it, or you go and experience it, or you test it out. That's Pisces from Aquarius. So a lot of you right now, you are figuring things out. You are figuring things out in your mind. You are putting things in order. Like one thing I want to say about Aquarius is Aquarius really does love their options. Like Aquarius really does know that you can talk maybe to this person about this. You can go here to get this. Like Aquarius, again, is masters of the matrix. So they know who to go to and what to do, and they know how to use their resources. So a lot of you right now could really be detaching yourself and distancing yourself from things that don't serve you. And this is bringing out a very devilish energy in people. Not because, again, Aquarius is also still ruled by Saturn, esoterically, just like Capricorn. So there's a power thing going on right now where people are realizing what they don't, like what they just shouldn't give their energy to anymore. And a lot of people now are coming into this sort of mental awareness that could be frightening. Like it could be frightening to certain people because it's so intense. And the thing about Aquarius knowledge is that it is like capital T truth. And I'm not saying that every Aquarius sun is a person that has capital T truth, because a real Aquarius will be the first one to tell you that don't listen to me. Like my truth is my truth. Your truth can be your truth. It is an acceptance thing, but it's like the fixed air. Basically, what I'm trying to say is what's going to take you to your most maximized potential in this third dimension. Like wherever Aquarius is in your houses right now, this is that where in your life you are receiving major experiences, lessons, and this is really the new moon that's going to close out the North Node, like the North Node in Leo and Aquarius that we had all the past year and a half. This is the final. This one right here, this new moon is the final declaration. I feel the need to say declaration. This is like the final new moon where it's like, where did that transit now put you at? Because right now people are at a 0.0 at a chapter 1. You have to imagine that everything that has been written up until this point, literally imagine it all in your head, see it in your mind, put it all in a book in your mind, and imagine yourself fucking lighting it on fire and throwing it out into the sea. Because up until this point, the past was just one big experience. Like it was just an experience to get you to this point. Because this point now is like basically the beginning of this year. So really up until the end of March is when we're going to start to have retrogrades. So really from February to March, we're really wrapping up 2018 still. Like it feels more like a new year now from this new moon, but it's not going to really feel like a new moon until like the end of March. But then things are going to go retrograde. So in these next 2 months is a time where you need crystallization. This is about purifying and crystallizing what you know to be true and what you really believe. Now, the reason that Pisces is last and not Aquarius, and why mutable water is technically most powerful or has the final say, you could say, is because when you know something, Aquarius, like you know it, but then you believe in it. Like when somebody believes in something, you could tell them that's not a fact, that's not true, but you will not take their belief. Like you could literally look at somebody in their face and be like, that is not true. That is not this and this and that. And if a person really believes that, it's true for them. There's nothing you could do or say to take it away from them. That's the power of Pisces. The final say is what you believe. And some people would say that's delusion. That's why Pisces is delusional. But is it really? because that's what people do every day, day in and day out. They believe certain things about their relationships. They believe certain things about their childhood. They believe. And the thing is, they don't believe what's good for them. But what we go into Pisces season, it's like you can't help but to believe what you're really, truly experiencing. Like because it's the collective experience. When we're going through Pisces season, I'm not talking about Pisces people, but Pisces season, you will not help but to be immersed into what it is you're truly experiencing and what you're truly believing in, because your soul is like taking you to these experiences. You're going to see it. You're going to be in it. You're going to be in the experience of your truth and beliefs. So this is intense times. Like, this is intense time where a lot of people aren't playing any games. So don't play games with people at this time. Like, don't play games with people in fixed air season, in Aquarius season. Like, from really, I want to say from like Sagittarius kind of can like to play a little bit, but really when we get from Capricorn to Pisces, this is like the holy trinity, and this is the seasons you don't fucking play. Like, you don't play. There's no games to play. And in Aquarius season, like, a lot of you right now need to be a little bit mentally ruthless with things going on in your life, because you need to transform things. And there's a lot at cost right now. Like, there's a lot at cost. And a lot of the revelations that are happening this week itself are big, because the sun is sextiling Jupiter. So I want to say that this new moon has a lot to do with your Sagittarius house and your Aquarius house, how these two are working together. But the thing is, I feel like a big collective thing going on right now also is just this low energy. Like, a lot of people just have low energy right now because they're very much so in their minds, and they don't know what to believe. They don't know what is necessarily true. But what I'm saying is that over the next 6 months, you will experience it for yourself. And you will come into Virgo season, and in Leo season, you're going to know your heart. You're going to actually feel it. You're going to actually feel your experience. Where in Virgo, it becomes truly real. So over the next 6 months, I'm telling you guys right now that there are things that are changing in your mind. You are changing your mind. Pisces season, you will change your heart. You will have a change of heart. There are things right now that are aligning that you do not see, that you will never truly understand, and you may never actually even comprehend it. But there are things happening right now behind the scenes and behind the veil, and you will not be able to see it, because this is of a divine higher order. Aquarius season is all about the higher order. That's why Aquarius sometimes can come off as agents and robots, because it's not about you. It's not about what you feel. It's not about what your opinion is. It's about the future. It's about what we're moving to. It's about what's best for all involved humanity. It's about the mission. So it's not personal. Where Leo is personal, Aquarius, it's not personal. So this is a season where many of you need to have this sort of thinking towards yourself, that you are now needing to elevate and do things, and it's not personal. This is for a higher order, and it is in your favor to follow this flow and not rebel against it. So if you have gut feelings right now and you really feel it, know, like, damn, I really feel like this is the truth. Like, if you're having realizations about yourself or about whatever is going on, you need to take that with you. Like, you can't just give that up, or you can't just, be like, oh, never mind. Like, maybe I didn't know. You can't doubt it, because people, the truths that they're coming into right now, you are going to need them over the next 6 months. You will need these truths. Quote me on that. Whatever you're coming into realizations over these next 2 weeks, you're going to need those truths over the next 6 months. You're going to need them, because they're going to be what's real for you, like what's really true for you. And then that's going to become real come Virgo season. So I wanted to write down, there was two quotes that I wanted to write down. Which one am I going to read first? Okay. So I wanted to read this, I'm going to read this first quote that I wrote down before I started to go live or anything. And it says, the process is to keep going into it a little further, despite yourself, and to keep losing who you thought you were in the bargain. But there is somebody to be when there is nobody left to be. And only then. So right now, a lot of you may be looking to people around you. You may be looking to past experiences. You may be looking towards resources outside of yourself to really understand yourself and to really understand where you're going. And you may be in a position where you feel like you're just kind of losing the things you've known, and that could be very vulnerable and uncomfortable for a lot of people. And the thing is, a lot of people right now feel like they want to be somebody and feel like they need to be somebody. And I'm going to tell y'all right now that that shit does not matter at all. Like, it doesn't matter at all. And like this year itself, 2019 is going to test people who really are real and who really are not fucking real. And going into 2020 is going to be the real, true, like, you're either going to, by 2020, you're either going to be on your authentic path, or you are still trying to figure out like why things like aren't aligning for you. You're still going to be like looking to other people and looking at other things to figure out what you should do and who you should be. Like 2019 is a 3-year. This is the year to discover yourself. Like, this is the year to discover things. This is a year of discovery. And this is going to be intense because there's a lot of Capricorn, like there's a lot of energy that, and also Jupiter and Sagittarius, people are going to be more adventurous to go and explore and figure it out. So 2019 is going to be a year of a lot of discovery. And the thing is, a lot of things that will be discovered this year, many of you already knew and you were already being guided towards it. But there's going to be moments where you realize like, wow, it was really, truly always going to be that way. Like, it was always like, why did I ever doubt? Why did I ever doubt? Why did I expect anything less than something amazing? And, you know, another thing that I want to say about Aquarius is that even though Aquarius gets the rap for being like weird or being detached, Aquarius is fairly optimistic, and optimistic in the idea that nothing is really ever as it seems. So that means something could turn out good. Like that means basically if anything can go well, it will. So there is like this optimism right now that many of you need to hold true to, that you know that your life is going in a positive direction. But I'm telling you guys that over the next 2 weeks, it is very important that you stay true to what you know is true. Like, you have to stay true to what you know is true. And like for some of you, what you know is true, you don't even know how to be that person. Like, some of you now, you are getting real, true downloads and insight into what you truly, genuinely believe. And it opposes everything that your family thinks. It opposes everything that your friends think. You just being you alone in your authentic state is threatening and challenging amongst people around you, period. And this is where that fight is going to come in. And it's like, are you going to be the real authentic you and stay true to what you know, or not? Like, or are you still trying to be somebody? Are you still trying to impress somebody? Or you're still trying to get validation and approval from somebody? Like, are you going to be you or not? Because the only people who are going to really make it through this year and gain real, true success are the people who are authentic. And the thing is, don't mistake authenticity for like this amazing, like, don't think that being authentic is just gonna grant just success and everybody will love you. Because when you really are you, that means people also hate you for who you really are. And when you really are you, you take real losses. So the thing is, it is a sacrifice to be your real self and stay true to what you know. And that's also from Aquarius to Pisces, that when you really know it, are you going to like fold on it or not? You're going to face the current. You're going to face the sea, even if it swallows you whole, because it's who you really are. So this is going to be a season with a lot of mental, like a lot of you right now it's like vision. You have visions. And like the thing is, some of you are having visions of what you really, really want. Like what you really believe is true. Like what you really believe is true. And it could be something that you thought would never happen. Like some of you are realizing parts of yourself and you're like, wow, I really am amazing. Like, wow, I really am intelligent. I really am gifted. I really am talented. Like, some of you, there's like people coming into partnership now where you're like, damn, that person really was always right, and that person was always wrong, or whatever it is. Like a lot of people are just thinking of the future. And the thing is, allow yourself to dream. You know, by this Sunday night, Mercury's going to go into Pisces, and then it's Dream Central. Then it's Dream Central. Matthew Perez said, I had my first dream I could remember for the first time in forever on Saturday. Yes, a lot of you right now are remembering your dreams more and you're sleeping more. Like a lot of people right now are taking more naps and stuff during the day because your mind is so overly being used with the Aquarius energy. So you're dreaming more and you're sleeping more and you're seeing more. Aquarius is very, very intense energy. Like this is like Aquariuses have to carry a lot of mental energy. And this is why they have to become so like to the bone. They have to become, or they naturally, you could think of this as like evolve. Like this is just literally humanity evolving. When you are born in Aquarius, you are going to naturally evolve into being more like cutthroat. Like you're going to have to be that way because you're carrying so much mental energy and knowledge that you have to find ways to like work with it. So a lot of you right now, your mind is literally resetting. It's going towards different, it's thinking of different things. It's going opening different doors. Your mind has these different ideas. Your mind is going into different places that you maybe never dared to go. You never dared to go. And the thing is with Aquarius, because the sun falls there, some of you, it's because you don't fully believe in yourself. Like you don't fully believe in your power. You don't fully believe in your talents. You don't fully believe in your truths. Like, you know, they're your truths, but a part of you feels like, but what if I'm wrong? And like, there are many of you right now. It's like your mind is wanting to take you there, but you're going to have to really believe in it come Pisces season. Like you're going to have to really believe in things that you know are true for you. So you can't just know something is true, but deep inside kind of be like, well, maybe one day I'd be wrong. No, you have to really know it's true and believe it and be about it. Like just like that. And I feel like this year, you know, of course, everybody wants love. Everybody wants success. But I feel like for most people, the most I guess, beneficial, or what is really going to be the greatest thing that happens for people is the self-discovery element. Like many people are going to have new environments this year. They're going to like be going different places. They're going to be like, because if you think of 3, you could also think of like the 3rd house. So there's going to be different ways people communicate this year. They're going to learn to communicate different. They're going to learn different routines. They're going to learn how to learn differently. Some people are going to take up new studies this year. They're going to go down different routes. They're going to try to have skills, or, you know, they're going to build their own skills. So this is going to be a lot of development. This is going to be a year, a lot of development. And even the visions that you've already been holding, you're developing them and you're making them greater. So the thing is, though, what I want to say is that a lot of you right now feel like you might just get shot down. Like some of you could feel like you've been recently shot down. Like maybe you feel like your dream has been shot down. Maybe you feel like as far as a relationship went, it got shot down. But I need people to know that whatever gets killed in Aquarius season, know that there was a higher order for it to be killed and assassinated. Like in Aquarius season, there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes in Aquarius season, because everything is extremely intelligent and brilliant and from a higher order. So if something in your life got shot down, dead or something, like know that that was an order. That was a galactic order to end that experience in your life. So this is a time of like severity. I'm hearing severity, severe devotion to your higher order, devotion to your vision, to the future. Like people right now are having to really, really just see into the vision and hold on to the future in the vision and like get through certain things. Let me see. Khalil said he's having his Mercury return, so his mind is more active. Yeah, those of you that have Aquarius energy, or even if you have a lot of air energy, this could be a time where you're not sleeping more. This could be a time where you have way more thoughts, where your mind is even more air. Like you could definitely, but you're the ones that need to sleep. You're the ones that need to meditate and shut your mind down, because if not, you're going to go into overdrive. Let me read the chat a little bit. I'm going to take a sip of my water. So the second quote that I wrote down was, the tides of the future and the tides of the fortune always change in unpredictable, exciting, disorienting, and multiple ways. So if you think of the tides of the future, the tides of your fortune, they're always changing. They're always, always, always changing. But one thing that is consistent is the fortune. And that's Aquarius. Like no matter what the experience ends up being, you know that that's going to be your fortune. So it's almost like with Aquarius, you know what you're going to get out of it, but you don't fully understand it and have it in your heart until you experience it with Pisces season. So if any of you have your North Node in Aquarius, or like anytime there's an aspect to your North Node, that has more to do with like the gravitational pull of your destiny. That has more to do with like doing something that is scary. Like the North Node is when you have to take risk and when you have to do something outside of your comfort zone and you have to risk it. So if your North Node is Aquarius, this could be a time right now where there's new ideas that you may not be fully sure if they're going to work, but you should try anyways. Like, and depending also where it is in your houses and stuff, like that's going to have a lot to do with it too, like where your destiny is leading you. And you may have to make some sort of sacrifice for your comfort or your ego to ascend higher. So like your North Node Aquarius, some of you right now could feel like you need to, like there's something about your destiny right now that's becoming more clear. This is going to have more to do with your higher destiny, which is like that for everybody, but especially for a North Node. Wanted to go up a little more and read. I haven't even looked at myself. I'm probably like, look. Now I see myself. I haven't even looked. My mouse, the Bluetooth isn't working, so I have to like use my hand. It's so like inconvenient, but I am going to pull cards for all the 12 signs in this video, but I'm going to pull like one card. I don't want to like channel a bunch of cards. I want clear card pulls today. So another thing that I wanted to say just for Aquarius season itself is it's a really good time to brainstorm. Like this is a really good season to brainstorm and allow yourself to dream. Like allow yourself to not have all the answers to something and still try it. Like allow yourself to go into an experience with nothing but hope for the future of it. Like this is a time where people are having to be brave enough to go into an experience, even if you don't have all the answers. Because you may not have all of the answers, but if you have a vision for it, if you can see it in your mind, you could see it in your reality. And that is dead facts. Like that is literally facts. Like you can talk to scientists and psychologists and actual professionals, and they will tell you that the way that your mind repeats, the things that you consistently think are impacting and creating your reality. Like the things that you have your mind on, it's like if you're literally paying attention to it, you're paying it. So you're getting something out of it. And what you get out of it is that it manifests physically. So right now, people are seeing things, visions that it's like, wow, that is like, you know, you could think Aquarius rules the 11th house. The 11th house has a lot to do with your dreams. It has a lot to do with what you feel is ideal, you know, the world that you want to live in. And it has a lot to do with like how you want to exist in the world and how you want the world to like revolve in ways and evolve in ways, and how you can evolve in the world. So this new moon in Aquarius, a lot of people right now, it's like, you're really starting to see what it is you truly dream of. But it's not the dream like Pisces. Like it's not imaginative. Like it's actually mental. It's actually something you can perceive in your mind, and you can apply your intelligence to it and your determination to it, and you can actually see it happen. So the thing 6 months from now, I want to say that the summer of this year is going to be so like I don't want to say intense and like make people feel nervous or anything, but this summer is going to be, I feel like summers are always absolutely life-changing, or depending on where you are in the world, but Leo and Cancer are, it's literally the sun and the moon. So I like to believe that Leo and Cancer season is the time where the entire, everybody in the whole collective like resets as masculine and feminine. Like it is when there are massive transformations from Leo to Cancer. And this summer there's going to be like 5 or 6 planets in retrograde at once. And this is going to make like the most important thing that people need to take from this new moon, because this is closing out the chapter of the North and South Node in Leo and Aquarius. What you take from this new moon, what you really make real, and what you decide to say is true for you and stick to it and hold the vision for it, is going to be very, very critical as we move through this whole year. Because like Aquarius knows what they know, and you will never change their mind. Like you will never change their mind ever, 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 ever. Because when they know something, they have received. You have to realize that the reason Aquarius is so stubborn and because they stick to what they believe, it's because they have already gotten divine synchronicities and guidance, and they have already literally received they hear it, they see it, they sense it from higher order that it's true. So Aquarius like can be really firm, like, no, that's what I think, we can agree to disagree, not because they have all of this mental power and they're so strong in their mind, but because they are extremely mentally guided by higher force. So a lot of the times they feel so strongly about it, it's because they already realized from the divine, there was an order sent down to them that they understood and processed to confirm, like, oh, okay, yeah, it is true. Like, not only did I already know, but it was confirmed. Like Aquarius can receive confirmation fast. Like Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. But the fastest I would like to say who can receive confirmation is probably Aquarius. I want to just say Aquarius in general receives it the fastest because it's just clear. It's just right to the mind. They literally can just, it just comes to their mind. So a lot of you are going to get confirmation as well for the rest of Aquarius season. Like you're going to have an experience that confirms and validates what you really thought was true. So be careful what you're thinking is true. Like be careful what you are subconsciously telling yourself is true, because you're going to manifest experiences that confirm that. And that could go well or that could go not so well. That's going to be dependent upon how you think. But how we think is so important right now. Like how we think is important. And like me, I've been trying to spend a lot of my time creating, because if not, I'm just too much in my head. I'm too much in my head thinking about literally the point of existence. And I get in my head and I start thinking about how everything needs to be better and how everything needs to move at a better pace. So I've been trying to put myself in positions to open my mind and try to create more and think about like a lot of this new moon too is you need to ask yourself, what are you doing with your time? Like, how are you dancing around with the concept of time? What are your beliefs about time? Because time is really truly an illusion. Like I know like people say that, but I feel like people don't really get it. Like I feel like people will be like, oh yeah, time is an illusion, but you don't really get it that like, no, it really is. Like nothing about time is real. Like literally absolutely nothing about time is real. Everybody is on their own time. And what we learn in Aquarius season and what Aquarius teaches us is that we're not all equal, because we're all equal and we have this oneness. Like we're not all equal because we're actually equal, because people do have different hearts. People are different and not everybody feels equal to other people. But the reason that we are equal, quote unquote, is because what we all share is that we're all on an individual experience where we don't know what's going to happen. Like every single person alive on the planet right now is in a divine experience and in a spiritual experience. And the thing is, we really start to realize that in Aquarius and Pisces season, we start to get into the higher order of where you really start to see how like life is not just reality. Life is not real. Like what is real life? And people really start to see dreams pop out and nightmares pop out, and they start to see spirit in reality. So this is also going to be a time where like the veils don't really exist. Like, they don't really exist, because every single person is on a spiritual experience. If you are here, you are on a spiritual experience and a mission. And you may get lost sometimes, and you may get confused and think that it's about this person, or it's about your family, or it's about this person that you love deeply, or it's about this and this. But at the end of the day, what makes us one is that we are all on a unique individual experience, and that makes nobody different from anybody else. That makes nobody invisible to karma, or like, every single person is here because they haven't learned something yet. Like, you have something to learn. You have a truth to recognize. You have something to learn. That's the only reason people are here, and they develop a subconscious and they develop a mental awareness, because you're here to figure something out about yourself so that you can become better, period. Like, that is what people learn in Aquarius season, that it's not necessarily about what feels good. It's not necessarily about like the emotions. It's not necessarily about like, it's about what is for your highest good. And that is what's going to make the most sense. What's going to make the most sense and what's going to align the fastest is what truly is best for you. And this is going to be a time, this is a new moon for people to really consider what's best for them. And if you don't know what's best for you, really try to close your eyes and allow yourself to just dream and envision what it would feel like. Like, if you could ask yourself, what is best for me? What would I really want? Like, what would make me the best me? What would align me with my vision? Like, ask yourself these questions. Really try to connect with yourself, and not necessarily in a very pensive mental way where you're like demanding answers from yourself, but in a way to where you're having an open conversation with you in spirit, and you're having an open conversation and discussion with you in the higher order. Because the thing is, also the benefit of Aquarius and Pisces is that when you are at that high level of being so immersed in the spirit, you get to negotiate. You get to actually say, no, we need to do something different, because you are an ascended being. You're working for the higher order, so they have to listen to you somewhat. You can negotiate. So people right now are negotiating their destinies. People don't even realize it, but on a subconscious level, on a hidden mental level, you're negotiating your path. You're negotiating your destiny, where you really want to take your life and your visions. So some of you may have thought that it was just going to be this answer, or you were going to have this option or this option. And now you're starting to realize, wait, I have more options than that. And that's because you are blessed. And that's because the divine always has more options for you. And you need to really know that so you can experience it. So this is a time where there's a lot of things happening unexpectedly. There's a lot of unexpected events. There's going to be a lot of things that just fall into place. It just automatically falls into place. And the thing is, with Aquarius, it's like you always knew it. You always knew it anyways, but you just needed it to be. You needed it to be. So I haven't looked at the chat. Let me look at the chat. I could really talk. Lacey J, my hair is blue, but it has a little bit of greens, like not really, but like the little bit of lighter pieces look a little green, but my hair is blue. Okay. So what right now, like, I want people to get into this energy of like, you need to get into the energy of knowing that you're negotiating your dreams right now and your destiny. So you need to be real clean with it. You can't allow yourself to like give energy to things you don't fully want or don't want to manifest. Like, this is a time to be very clean cut, cutthroat in ways, and not necessarily towards yourself to where, you're being so, not compassionate, or if you're like, a lot of the times, like, Aquarius is a sword. Like, when I think of Aquarius, I don't think of the King of Swords tarot card. I literally think of the Ace of Swords. Like, Aquarius is a sword. So it's not a time to be very harsh with yourself or to be demanding over yourself, but it is a time to allow yourself to vision. It's a really good time to do channeled writing. Like, it's a really good time to just play instrumental music and allow your mind to wander, to do things without thinking. and you'll see how patterns will develop before you. They will reveal themselves. Truths will reveal themselves when you allow your mind to just go with the flow. There is control in the flow, because when you allow yourself to really just flow, that is when like you're really like in the most potent state of creation. So a lot of you right now, I really encourage you to like think about the fact that you are literally creating. Like, you don't have to be a fucking artist to be a creator. Everybody is a creator. Everybody is creating on a daily basis. And some people will think like, oh, like, no, you know, life isn't like that, or my life isn't like that. Yes, it is. You just don't fully accept it yet. You don't fully see the magic yet, or you don't want to, or there's something holding you back. But it really is like that. Like, really anything can happen. Miracles happen every day to people. And it's not just by chance. Like, it's not just by chance. People, you get what you give, period. You get what you give. So if you are giving the universe negativity, and every day you're giving yourself and your life an attitude like, well, I don't think so, you're going to just keep manifesting things in your life that you don't know. It doesn't look like it. It's I don't know. Literally, you give what you give. So you cannot allow what you have. You can't allow like anything outside of you say who you are. And it's to say another thing in Aquarius season is you can't allow people to like dictate who you are. So you can't, because of what somebody thinks or feels or what their opinion is, you can't let it change yours. You know, like a lot of people right now are parting ways because they have completely different core truths. And like when this happens, you have to part. Like you have to part. You may find yourself again in more time in another life, but that's neither here nor there, or is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, you need like, another thing I was thinking of earlier, and I wanted to say in this live stream, is that a lot of people will say that like, like people will be like, oh, Aquarius is so cool. Like they're just cool. Like they could have a lot of friends and stuff. That is bull. Like that is true kind of to an extent, but Aquarius only really cares about their homies. Like Aquarius, you think they're your friend. You think that they're cool like that. You think that it's all cool like that, but you don't really know that Aquarius doesn't even think of you. Aquarius doesn't think of you like that at all. Aquarius doesn't even have thoughts about you. Aquarius is just cool and nice. But who Aquarius really does care about is their fucking homies. They're the real people. Like Aquarius have real people in their life that they keep close because they study them, and because these people are an asset. Like these people are add something to their divine order. Like Aquarius only has people in their life in the pocket of their life because they feel like that person is a person among their vision. Like that person is something involved with their higher mission. So Aquarius does value the people in their life. And Aquarius is very fucking picky because of that, because they know that everything is about the mission and the higher order. So they're going to be cool with everybody. Like they're going to be nice to everybody, because they feel like, well, that person may be a part of my mission one day, or like that person, what if I, you know, it's kind of like don't burn bridges, right? Because you don't know who you'll need. You don't know who you'll cross paths with. But Aquarius is not out here like everybody's friend. Like Aquarius knows who their real true people are, and they honor these people. Hi, Cindy. So, you know, Aquarius is very, very misunderstood. Very, very misunderstood. Because it's like Aquarius sometimes could feel like there's like just different parts of them. Like they could feel like parts of them are dispersed. So they could feel like, you know, there's just these different parts of them that know different things, and they have to bring it all together into this wholeness. So this is just a time right now where a lot of you're analyzing people in your life. You're analyzing people around you. You're analyzing the situations that you're in. You could be self-analyzing. And you're paying it like Virgo and Aquarius have a lot in common because they both grasp the details. And the thing is, like a lot of you right now, you are really observing. But the thing is, don't get caught in observing how other people are living, and don't get caught up in observing how other people are like what other people are doing, because this is a time to like look, but only to reflect on yourself. So look at the feelings that come up. Like if you feel jealousy, or like if you, whatever you feel when you're observing people, know that that's not about them. Keep that to yourself for you, because that's you trying to figure out you. But this is a very analytical time. This is a time where people are having to think like, kind of like long term, what is really true for me? Like, what is really true for me? I know me, in just the past 3 days, I have come into realizations where I'm like, okay, that person may have been in my life for 10 plus years. And that is, now I see where that was not, like, that's not no longer authentic. Like, that is no longer a part of my mission from this point forward. You know, there's people that, you know, people are realizing like, you know, that was a cool experience, but like, we don't have a higher divine mission. Like, we don't have the higher divine mission. And people, you're going to feel that right now. Like, you're going to feel if like you and someone don't have like a reason. Like, you're going to know that right now. Like, that's the thing. That's the misconception where people are like, oh, Aquarius isn't romantic. Like, Aquarius is like people will say so much, even I'm Venus Aquarius. Like, people will act like we don't have feelings like that. But it's like, people don't realize that Aquarius's feelings are mental. So like, they think about you. They think about your future. They think about what's best for you. Like, they think about you. That's how they feel about you. Because Aquarius, for the most part, thinks about themselves and thinks in their head and thinks about their dreams and stuff. So how they really feel is that they think about you. They incorporate you into this mission. They put you in this idea, and then they want you to win. Like, they really want you to win. They want you to be the best you. And what people don't realize, because Aquarius will never, ever really truly show it. But like an Aquarius, you know that they really love you, and you know that they really love you when they see you truly in their future, when they truly see you in their future and in their vision. And the thing is, let's say your vision now all of a sudden no longer aligns with them, they will let you go. Like, they will literally set you free, and they will understand, and that will hurt them, because then now their vision is distorted. Now what they thought was true, they have to now go in the other way. But that's love for Aquarius. It's mental. It's so mental. So it's like, you have to be able to talk with this person and have a real understanding and friendship with this person, because like, the thing is, Aquarius will start thinking about their life and their future with people. Like, and then the thing is, an Aquarius could have a lot of passion or something, but then if it's not there mentally, like if they're not seeing it, like if they really don't feel like the visions are going to come together and make something in the future, then they lose the feelings. They feel like, what am I doing in this? So like, that's what people don't understand. And like, you could think of that going on right now collectively in Aquarius season. Many of you right now, you might find yourself thinking of the future with you and people. And this is actually healthy. This is healthy to do in Aquarius season, to really like look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know, what do I intend for my future? Like, what is it that I see myself doing? And, you know, from everything that I know about this person or everything I know about this situation, is this going to line up? You know, is this in alignment? Is this lining up right now? So this is happening for a lot of people right now, where like they feel a way, but they know in a deeper part of themselves that that's not going to happen. So like, trust anything right now going on where you feel like, I don't think that's going to happen. Now, on the positive side of this, a lot of you are going to find that over the next 2 weeks, the universe is going to give you the things that will happen. The universe is going to show you exactly what is right, exactly what will work, exactly what is in alignment. And it's going to be up to you to acknowledge that and feel the power of your truth and go towards it and drop everything else off that isn't in alignment anymore. So the next 2 weeks are going to be very intense as far as alignment goes, because this is going to happen mentally, and then in Pisces, it's going to be on the soul level. So, you know, to be possessed, it has to happen through the mind. Like, this is why like paranoia and stuff, it's all mental. like exorcism stuff, it's all mental, it's all words, it's all in the mind. So for anything to possess you, it must go through your mind first. And then to really take you over, it goes to your soul. But it always first goes through the mind. So this is a time right now where people are fighting possessions. People are fighting addictions. People are fighting lies to go through their mind. People are having conversations and people are saying shit and you're wanting to fucking burn it out of your mind. You're seeing things you don't want to see, because this is how possession happens. It must go through your mind first. So people right now, they have very strong minds. So because people's minds are stronger right now, this is also making people more focused and aware of what they do want and what is real, what is true. So it's like as the other things become more clear and open and honest and have longevity, other things are just splitting out from the sides, just splitting out from your existence. That's true, V. Aquarius doesn't like to feel like a possession because they feel like they're a real person. Like they feel like I'm a real person. Like I am a changing thing. Like I am a mental thing. Who I am, all day long is who nobody will ever know, because Aquarius is so aware of how authentic people are and how authentic they are. They know that no two people are the same. So when they're around somebody that's being all possessive and stuff, they feel like they don't even truly understand that. Like Aquarius doesn't understand very clingy people. They don't even really understand that, because they feel like, how could you ever think that we'll truly like merge as one when I'm truly me and you're truly you? You know what I mean? Like Aquarius is going to look at that as like foolish, like you child. You know what I mean? Like they're going to look at that as like, what are we, like, parent and child? Like, because Aquarius more than anybody, Leo knows this too, but Aquarius more than anybody knows how unique they are at every moment. All the thoughts that they have, all of the visions and everything. Like people are so unique. Like people are so unique that they almost feel like it is an insult when someone wants to merge as one, in a way, because it's like that would take away all of what is me and only me. If I just became one with you, like, then what about me? The me that always stands alone, the me that will always be me no matter who I'm around, no matter who I'm with or who I love. So it goes on the line of like, that's just not real for Aquarius. Aquarius feels like that's not really real. So let me know, you guys that are watching right now, let me know in the chat if you want me to pull cards. I'll pull cards. I have coffee here, but it's probably cold now, but part of me like wants to just drink it cold, because I also earlier was thinking, like, I had this idea in my head and I was like, people have a right to be nasty. Like people have a right to be nasty, and they have a right to decide what they believe nasty is. So if people want to be nasty, let them be nasty. And like, if you think there are things in your life that are nasty, embrace them. So like, I feel like drinking cold coffee is nasty, but I'm going to embrace it because it's nasty and I like it. So like, do the things that you like question, like just do them and just see what happens. And obviously it's not as serious about the coffee, but I mean this in other things in your life too, that you judge, like just do it and see what happens. So I'm going to pull cards. I'm going to start with all the zodiac, and then I'm going to do at the end one for everybody, but we're going to start with Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Go back here. Okay, I'll pull cards. Jakaria Davis said, take what's wrong and make it right. Exactly. What's wrong for someone could be right for me. What's nasty for someone could be yummy for me. And it was good as fuck. I love coffee. Like, Like, I'm an iced coffee type of person. Like, I love to waste money and get an iced coffee, but I really truly love making coffee from home, like from just a pot and pouring it in a cup and making it myself. Like, that's very therapeutic for me. I love to drink coffee from just like a mug, you know, like if I go to someone's house and they offer me tea or coffee, I will always say yes. Like, I feel like that I will always say yes to coffee or tea. Okay, let's get into, I'm going to take some breaths and I'm going to burn a little bit of this Palo Santo, and then I'm going to get into Aries. So what is the intention going to be for these card pulls? So for these cards, this is going to be what the new beginning is. Everyone's taking a mental note. I feel like I need to share more about stuff with myself, but like, I never know, like, oh my God, if I start to get into me, things are going to get real complicated. Palo Santo. It's like Palo Santo, the difference from Palo Santo and sage is like, this is like a wood basically. And it's not as endangered. Like, I feel like people should buy Palo Santo more, but I know like historically they say that this, cleanses like bad spirits, and it brings more joy. It doesn't actually, like, Palo Santo is not as much as a protector as sage is. Like, sage from beginning of time is like an old herb, like old, that people used in rituals for a long time. Palo Santo, I don't believe is as old, and I don't know if it has as much protective quality, but it does like clear the air. And like sage, I know for a fact actually kills the bacteria in the air. So like burning this stuff cleanses space literally, because it's burning through the whatever is cloudy in the air. Like sometimes if you're like really stuck in your head, light sage or light something, like even light a candle or incense, because that's going to burn through the energy you've created in your space. Lacey J, we want to know you. That's crazy. I'm like, this year I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, like 2019, like this year I'm gonna really have to open up more. Like I'm like my Virgo moon is like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have to start opening up more. So because then I'm gonna be able to explain better. You know, like my Mercury in Pisces, I explain best when it's personal, like when I can really give a real story. You know what I mean? Like when I could really like express it. So I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna have to start like giving personal stories. But I know I'm gonna be doing more of that this year, but probably just in different platforms. Like I'll probably only do certain things. Like today I posted on the Instagram, like, oh, should I go live? Because I wanted to see if people thought I should go public, and so many people said public. It was like 90% people said go public. But then when I really thought about it, I was like, but why? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go live and a bunch of people are gonna be here, and like, yeah, they get the message. But then another part of me felt like, but wouldn't they be here if they really wanted to be here? And I feel like the people who follow me on Instagram are the people who really do care, like who really do like vibe with me, versus the people, like I know there are a lot of people who subscribe to me on YouTube who like don't necessarily give a damn about me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just follow people because what they get out of that person. So like that's been stuff that's going on with me lately, where it's like, you know, how much do I share? Because I know that I already share a lot. And like a lot of you make me know, like, you know, that you always tell me like you love how much I give. You're thankful for what I give. But I'm now in 2019, I have this more feeling where it's like, am I sharing in the right ways? Am I sharing on the right, like to the right things? Like just more stuff like that is coming up. This year is going to be very dynamic. This year is going to be a lot of like I said, it's you're unexperienced, and that's why you don't know what to expect. Like you won't really know what to expect. Like this is going to be a year where people enter arenas where they're not experienced in, and they have to just go towards it and experience it. Like the only way you're going to be experienced is through the experience. So that's something just to think of. I do want to go live more though. I really do. You see, Paris said share more stories like the story about the turtle. See, I'll share stories like that. I'll share stories like that when stuff happens to me. But like the juicy stories, like the real juicy stories, like the stories that make me who I am, you know what I mean? Like the real stories, I'm like, ooh, I might have to put it in the book. I might have to just put it in the book because like they're like stories that I want to tell are like about like my emotional life or about like things I went through as a child or like, you know, things about just Visa talk about moving houses, you know, like I've literally moved in the past 2 years. I've moved so much, like things that go on in my personal life. Alexa said intimacy is hard. Thank you. Swampy Alien said, I love your Kodak impression. I fucking love Kodak. I fucking love Kodak Black. I love him. His moon in Virgo is like 3 degrees, so it like conjuncts mine. He is such a Virgo moon. Like I love Kodak Black. I forgot what I was saying before that. I love him, but like I don't know. I guess just like in my like something also today, you know, my North Node is in the 10th, my South Node is in the 4th. So I'm always in this balance between what's personal and what's not personal. You know what I mean? Like sharing my intimacy, sharing my soul, or just, you know, going towards what's next. Like I'm always in this dance of like, should I share something personal or should I not? And especially because it's Scorpio and Taurus, I'm always like, should I share it or not? And the thing is like the Scorpio North Node usually is like, no, don't. But I know that that's going to eventually, like, I'm not going to be able to. And The Magicians is my favorite show in the world. Like, The Magicians is everything. Like, I plan to write all about The Magician show. Like, I want to literally analyze it and, like, write critic for it. Like, I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I follow the actors, the actresses, like, the director, just all of it. All of it, I love it. Like I literally 100% support The Magicians. But okay, let's get into the cards now. So these cards, what are they going to be for? I want clear intentions today. This will be the message for, you could say over the next 2 weeks, definitely. For over the next 2 weeks, for let's say the rest of Aquarius season. And for this new moon, what is the new beginning? What is the message here for what needs to like break free now? What needs to be known before the end of Aquarius season? So let's get into Aries. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more first. And I got this new deck. I'm gonna use this deck for more often. It's like I think it's like a Japanese or a Chinese version of the. I'm not truly positive. I just know that it is in Japanese, I think, or Chinese. But they're holographic. Like, I love this deck. It's the Rider Waite, but it's a little bit smaller, and they're all holographic and like this. It's like a firm type of material. Let me go back here. Okay, let's get into Aries. Aries moon, Aries rising. So Aries, we have the Queen of I keep going to my mouse and it's not moving. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Aries, I feel like all of you right now, you need to be very logical about something. You need to be, you need to look at something and remove your emotional attachment to it. You need to see something without your emotions. You need to see something logically. You need to see something in and this is very much so an Aquarian card. And this could also be like Libra influence. For Aquarius, I feel like this new moon for you has a lot to do with really seeing through chaos, seeing through, you know, the confetti is how I'm seeing it, seeing right through into the source of what is true and what is real and what is a fact. And I feel like for any of you, if you're going through something right now, seeing it logically is going to help you. So there's a need to see something very logically and remove your emotional feelings towards it and remove your personal opinions towards it. Basically remove your emotions from something in your life right now. Probably has something to do with where Aquarius is for you in your houses. You're going to have to see it very logically to really bottom of the deck, the devil, to gain control. If you feel out of control, Aries, it's because you're not seeing something logically. You're not seeing something for the way you're seeing it with your emotions. You're not seeing it for the real truth, facts, and logic. So this is a good time to do like pros and cons. I feel like this is a time where Aries are having to really like see things for what they are and kind of map things out and like hold space for the logic in something so that you can feel like you're in more control of it. So let's get into Taurus. House of Judea, congrats. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I feel like a card just reversed, but I'll see it if it did. Taurus, we have 8 of Wands. Things are moving fast. Things are moving at God's speed. Let me see myself. 8 of Wands on bottom of the deck with that. Page of Pentacles under that. Wow, Page of Cups. There's something that's starting and it's fast. This is happening very fast, Taurus. I feel like there is information coming at you very quickly. I feel like there is insight coming towards you really quickly. Things are flying in the air. Like if you need a sign, if you need a message, Taurus, ask for it. It'll come to you. If you need to say something, like this could be like text messages are coming to you. This could be information, inspiration. Like you're going to I feel like for Taurus over the next 2 weeks, you're going to get an idea off the ground and it's going to soar. It's going to fly. So if you have something like, also, if you want to start dating someone, I feel like if you want to start something, like apply to a job, you want to like start something physically, a project. If you want to start something, or if there's some sort of new romance, you want to date somebody, you want to like express your emotions to somebody. If you do that, it is going to accelerate. It's going to move very fast and be very successful. So things are going to move very fast as soon as you start and get it off the ground. So like if you feel inclined to do something, do it. Take action and actually let it begin, because if you allow it to begin, it is going to move fast and really start to take off. So I feel like Taurus, things are about to speed up for you guys. And I feel like that makes sense too. The end of this week, the moon is going to go into Taurus. I was thinking of something else. Also, this Venus being in Capricorn, the earth energy trining you is really good for getting things moving right now, but there's a lot of creative energy and a lot of ability to manifest. So things are going to start moving fast. So make sure that you're actually applying yourself, Taurus. Like if you want to start something, definitely put it out and get it going. The universe will speed it up and bless you for just simply trying. Basically, all you have to do is try, Taurus, and the universe will handle everything else. So Gemini, moon, rising, and Gemini sun. This card wanted to come out with it. Gemini, we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. God, I fucking love holographic. I just want everything to be like this. I just want everything to be rainbow and colorful. Gemini, I feel like for you guys over the next 2 weeks, you're going to have, it's almost like Kundalini energy. I'm feeling like you're going to have some sort of root chakra awakening. You're going to get moving. Like your blood is going to get boiling. You're not necessarily, you're going to get angry, but like your blood is going to get pumping. And the 6 of Cups is what wanted to come out with that. So I feel like for some of you, this is going to be some sort of new kind of adventure with a soulmate or your creative self, your childlike self. You're going to get some sort of burst of energy or inspiration to explore a lifelong dream or to explore something you've always cared about since you were little. I feel like there's a new type of inspiration that's very true for you. Like this could be you all of a sudden realize you want to take your life off and go towards this adventure because you've always wanted it. You know, you've always believed in it. So I feel like for Geminis, there's some sort of like, there's a new adventure and quest that has something to do with what you've always wanted, what you've always like dreamed of in a way. And for some of you, this is like a soulmate. You could all of a sudden meet a soulmate type of partner or connection. But either way, there is a new adventure and a quest to go on. And it has a lot to do with your inner child and a lot to do with what you've always felt was like true in melody form. Like this is about Gemini, or for the rest of Aquarius season, you're starting things because it's almost like you're like, I feel it, Gemini is like you're hearing a hum, like you're hearing a like you're hearing a sound and you're trying to find it, you're trying to channel it, like you're trying to get closer to the frequency of it, but that sound is coming from inside of you, like that sound is in you. So it's like you're not having to find it outside. There's not an adventure to go on outside of you. It's an adventure like within, with your own melody, like with your own inner sound. So something to do with that. It's something to do with like the inner you, that you're trying to find a certain sound, Gemini, and it's definitely exists within you, not outside, but it's going to be an adventure nonetheless. Matthew said we love a good rainbow. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I love a fucking good rainbow. Ugh, love it. Who's next? Cancer. Cancer. Let me not be aggressive with the cards. Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. Cancer. So we have Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups. Underneath that, the Lovers, and after the Knight of Wands, we have Ace of Swords. Cancer, I feel like many of you right now need to take action, but you feel like you're split in two directions. Like maybe some of you feel passionate towards one way, but you feel emotionally some type of way about another. So some of you, this is like two directions, but if you look at them both, they're going into each other. So this could be Cancer, like there's someone in your life that's channeling one of, like there could be someone who is channeling this Knight of Wands energy, and you are this Knight of Cups. So you're bringing some sort of emotional element to something and they're bringing the passion. But I also feel like Cancer, many of you are needing to take action on some sort of creative pursuit. Like if you have been wanting to create something artistically, you need to take action on it. Like you need to start it. And then under this, the Lovers too, we have Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands, the Lovers, and the Ace of Swords. For Cancer, I feel like you're not going in different directions. You're needing to take action so you can merge something. You're merging some sort of creative vision. It could be a romance. It could be like a soulmate, a connection, but you're needing to take action on something creatively. Even, and I'm hearing the quote, it's like create something even if it sucks. That sort of energy. It's like you just need to take action on whatever you're feeling artistically pulled towards. So whatever you have this feeling towards, like you need to do or you need to say, if you need to make some sort of gesture, if you need to just show how you feel about something, take that action over the next 2 weeks. Because if you feel like you're going in different directions, it's because the action you take is going to bring you closer to the creative energy. So don't resist it. Actually take the action to bring you merged and closer with it. So then you'll feel in sync and as one with the creative vision that you're holding space for. Who's next? Leo. Let me do more. I always drink before Leo. Leo. I'm hearing the song, Waiting on the World to Change. One thing I will tell you all, this is me being personal. One thing I will tell you all is that something I've realized like over the past, like, I don't know, I guess just you could say this year, is that like one thing that I've always truly loved is music. Like, I feel like my soul is musical. Like, I've literally, since I was young, I would write music and sing. I was in a choir, a singing choir, for like majority of my childhood, like a little community center. It was called Wellswood Civic Center. Literally, I sang. Like, music was a whole part of my life. So one thing that I really truly want to do is I want to make a small EP. Like, I really want to learn how to make music and beats, because, like, to be honest, you guys, like, within my personal life, it is so hard for me sometimes to work and stay productive because my mind really thinks in music. Like I literally will just start to hear a song. Like, I will literally start to hear songs and need to write them down, or feel like I need to sing them or perform them. Like, constantly spirit speaks to me through music, like through lyrics. And I really feel like by like 2020, I need to put some type of project out. Like, and there's literally, like, just from this 2018 to this year alone, there's like 5 songs that consistently have been coming to me in my mind. Like, I need to write them, and I need to produce them, and I need to put them in an EP. And like, it's like these different songs, and like the chorus, and I'm creating it all. Like, it's all coming from my head, but it's like music is getting so strong. And I feel like everything on my path is just leading me towards this artistry. Like, I like, one thing I can say my whole life, that before I knew I was an astrologer, I always knew I was an artist. So that's something that's really coming to me. And maybe this is relative for Leos. Like, maybe Leos right now are having these realizations that, like, there's a part of you that is truly an artist. Like, there's a part of you that is truly an artist and has always been an artist, and you will always be an artist. So you owe it to yourself to create. You owe it to yourself to produce and to do what you need to do to put your art out in the world, because art is everlasting and infinite, and the whole world needs it. So that's something I will say, that I've been really feeling like I'm battling. I'm like on this path where it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm on this path right now where it's like, part of me is wanting to be in my duty and in my service, but then another part of me feels like this might be my last life. Like, I've always felt like this is probably one of my like final lives. So I feel like I have to still do creative things. Like, I have to make music. And it's not about like being famous, or it's not even about like, it's the fact that like, I will have to make music in this life. Like, I will have to create something that is truly artistic, and just for the point of creating art. Like, it will have no other purpose but to like give my songs, like give my whatever it is to out. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to share. That's like a personal thing for me. So who's next? Leo. And yes, I love making playlists. I love making playlists. Cindy, I love to send Cindy my playlist. Like, music is really just like, things come to me through music. So, and I've always been into it. Like, you know, before I started with a blog. I started a blog in like 2015. And what I did was I reviewed albums. Like, I had albums. I don't think I've ever shared this, but like, some people know this, who like knew me from a while ago. Actually, no, I think it was 2014. 2014, I started a blog, and it was called Oh Yeezy Vibes. And what I did was I literally just like posted poems and like stories. And like, I wrote things, but then I started to do music. So like, when albums and stuff came out, I would just write what I think about it. And it always was music. Like, before I started doing this on YouTube, when I was young, like in high school, I used to post like little videos on YouTube, but I would do like covers, like songs. And then like, I stopped doing the music on the blog, and I started to get more into like interpretations, and I started to do full and new moon tarot readings, but like writing them out on the blog. So like, on the new and full moons, I would write for all 12 of the signs their reading with tarot. But like, I started that with music. So like, music was always a part of my path in a way. And just like you guys know, my dailies and stuff, I'll include like a song at the end. Like, I'll include, Matthew said, Oh Yeezy forever. Yes, the real true day ones know, like, I am Oh Yeezy forever. Like, and that's like my personal @name, like my handle on Instagram is Oh Yeezy. Like, that came from like when I was in high school, when I literally was in high school, and I wanted to pursue theater, and I was wanting to go to school and college in New York. And I was wanting to go pursue like the arts, like theater and music and stuff. So that was always real. But what that came with is I have a very creative mind. I have the ability to truly interpret melodies and sounds and frequencies. But like it's all related. Like even music is related with astrology. Like everything is astrology. You can find music in all 12 houses, all the signs. Like music is very spiritual. It's very, 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 very spiritual. So one of these days, and when I'm super old, I want like a band. Like when I finally live somewhere and I'm going to just keep living there, I want like a band. Like I just want to make music and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm opening up now. Let's get into Leo. Leo took me on a tangent. Leo took me off into my personal world. So Leo, sun, moon, and rising. So Leo, we have Page of Wands too, just like Cancer, right? Twisted Hair Free Mindset, are you on iTunes? No, but I do have a Spotify. Leo, Page of Wands. Page of Wands. The one after that, Seven of Pentacles. Some of you have been waiting for this time. Like you've been waiting for this moment. You've been waiting to capitalize. You've been waiting to harness the power, the energy. I feel like where Leos are right now is you are at a moment you've been waiting for. Like this is a moment you have been waiting for. And it is time now to take yourself in a direction that is no longer stagnant. Like many Leos now, this Aquarius season, you need to get out of the stagnancy because the moment you've been waiting for is now. It's basically like, you know, when you see those pictures, it's like, if you need a sign, this is it. That's how I'm feeling for Leo. Like some of you, you've been waiting to start something. You've been waiting to initiate something. You've been waiting to like go towards something you're passionate about. And it's like the wait is over in a way. Like you've been waiting for this very like moment. This is a moment in time. Like this is a moment in your life, Leo, where like it's time for you to take action on whatever you've been sitting on. So I feel like some of you, maybe you've been sitting on a whole lot of content, a whole lot of potential. It's just been building and building and collecting dust, right? It's just been collecting energy. And it's like you have enough energy now, Leo, to use it and harness it. So you need to like take action and you need to take a risk. I feel like you guys are like needing to go in a direction and trust that you have built skills, you have built content, you have built energy enough to work with. Like you basically, Leo, you have energy to work with and you have enough of it to like go in a direction now, like go on an adventure. So whatever the moment you've been waiting for, the moment is here now, Leo. Like this is the moment in time that you have been waiting for. And that's what I feel the need to say to Leo. Lacey J, it's wherever you feel in your life that you have gained a lot of knowledge on. If you've put a lot of resources in it, if you've put a lot of energy into something in your life, basically that for a very long time you've contemplated, it's time now to do something about it. Like, and if it's your first house, this could be a part of yourself. Maybe for a long time you've been like contemplating something about your life, your direction, yourself. And now is the time to like take action on something that for a while you've been building it and sitting with it and contemplating on it. So anything in your life that you feel you've had resources or you had this contemplative feeling, now it's time to like go and try to see what you can do with it in the world. So who's next? Virgo. Oh boy. Virgo. 2 weeks we'll have your full moon and we'll be in Pisces season. Mercury will be in Pisces. So Virgo is on a poor Virgo. It's always poor Virgo. Poor Virgo. Do it 3 times. But I love Virgo. Let's see what comes through. I still feel like this is a good time for Virgos, but it's a very challenging time. It's a very challenging time right now for Virgos between Aquarius and Pisces because Aquarius makes an in conjunction to Virgo, so Virgo doesn't really quite get it, and then it goes into Pisces where it's an opposition. So this is a weird time for Virgos right now. Let's see. It's not like poor Virgo, like, oh, they're incapable. It's poor Virgo where it's like Virgo has like Virgo handles everything that like nobody else will do. Like Virgo can do the things that nobody else has fucking guts to do. Like nobody has fucking grit. Nobody has it in them. Like Virgo knows what a person has in them and what a person doesn't fucking have in them. What a person is capable of and a person isn't capable of. And the only one that can really check Virgo is Pisces, because Pisces can always be like, yeah, but you don't know what that person can be. Like, you don't know what that person dreams of. Like, you don't know what can be. You only know what you can see right now in front of you. You don't know, like, you don't know the real true, like, what's going to be. But, like, Virgos right now are in a time, Neptune, and, oh, my God. You got Chiron at 29 degrees Pisces is awful. It's awful. It's awful. So many of you right now feel like you are on the ends of something. Like it's taking everything to finish it. It's taking everything to let it go. Like it's so much. Like a lot of you, there's something in your life right now that it's like grinding your nails on a chalkboard to just let it be and to just be done with it. Like, so this right now for Virgo is like, Virgos feel right now like, when is it going to happen? You know, like when is it going to be? Like Virgos have so much frustration right now because they feel like everything is slowed down and they don't understand why. Like they don't understand why this is so much more complicated and why is this so dreadful. But let's just see what comes through for Virgo. So Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. Virgo, we have the Four of Swords, peace of mind. Virgo, Four of Swords. Ugh, I'm living for this rainbow. Ace of Cups. In the bottom of the deck with that, we have Death. Virgo, I feel like some of you right now need... I'm hearing the song Cuddy Montage is like, Lord, shine your light on me, save me, please. Like some of you right now need peace of mind. Like you need someone to tell you like, I love you and I believe in you and things are going to be okay. Like Virgo right now needs to know that things are going to be okay. And Virgo needs to know that like they don't need to have all the answers right now. Like I feel like Virgo, you need to know right now that like you are preparing for something very big, very massive. You are preparing for like a big, what is the word I'm thinking of? Is it like not, I'm thinking of the word Shazam, but it's starting with a C, I don't know, but it's like Virgo, you're preparing for something very big. And it's like, you need to get your mind right. Like you need to get your mind and your mental in a good, peaceful state. Because if Virgo doesn't have a peace of mind, Virgo has nothing. And Virgo knows that. Virgo knows that like they could have the greatest love in the world, but if they don't have a peace of mind about it, it doesn't mean anything. It won't happen. So like Virgo right now, Virgo, I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to like bring in energy for Virgo. Like Virgo, all Virgos, Virgo sun, moon, rising, you need to bring energy right now to your heart. You need to breathe in energy from your heart. And all of you can do this right now. Like if you want to participate, I'm going to do like a little quick like meditation. Virgo, you need to imagine, and everybody can do this. You need to imagine that right now your mind, your crown chakra, the top of your head is opening up and white light is coming down in it. And it's coming down and it's filtering through your heart. And I want you to see in the center of your chest, right in the middle of your heart, I want you to see that like the white light is circulating with the green energy of your heart. And I want you to see it as recycling. I want you to see it as like breathing it in. And as you breathe in, it's refreshing. And as you breathe in and you breathe down this white light, it's all purifying whatever in your heart right now is sick in a mossy green, in a sewery type of green. And you need to purify it so that it becomes a beautiful green, a green that can grow. And Virgo needs to just bring white light into your mind and have peace. Bring peace down from your mental to your heart and breathe in that growth. Like breathe in that ability to regenerate and the ability to recycle and just breathe in down until your mind feels at ease and peace. Because Virgo, I feel like there's beautiful things that are going to be coming in now, but you have to be in a place where you can mentally receive it so that you're not going all over and feeling all stressed and being all reclusive in your mind. This is like needing to have peace of mind and calm your mind so that your heart can really be open and feel and experience. Because I feel like Virgos, you're going to have an experience coming that is going to really open your heart. Like it's going to just open your heart, and you need to make sure that you are in a good mental space, that you are in a good, peaceful mental space so that you can really enjoy this good feeling and you can really feel it and not be trapped in your mind about it or feel paralyzed through the fear or the doubts. So this is the time, all of you, just imagine that white light is coming in and it's just literally refreshing, and imagine it as like white and green just swirling. And just imagine as if you're breathing in at the same time cold air and like trees. So imagine if you were outside and you're smelling strong, beautiful trees like oak and just trees. Imagine you're breathing that in and it's cold, crisp air. And imagine that is just like recycling in the center of your chest until you feel more peaceful and in a positive state of mind where your heart is open. So yeah, Virgo, I feel like this is just a very transformational, transmutive, meditative time. Literally, the Four of Swords is meditating. Like it's when you need to meditate. So yeah, like you need to meditate so that your heart can open. Like your heart is locked, Virgo. Your heart is locked because your mind is locked. So you have to open up both of these keys and just get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. So Libra. Libra. I feel the need right now to split the deck and shuffle again really quick now that we're to the 7th sign and we did the first 6. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Four of Cups and Four of Pentacles. 4 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles, Libra. Some of you right now feel stuck. You definitely feel stuck with something. This could be, there's a part of you that feels like something is missing. And there's a part of you that feels like you don't have control. So there's a part of Libras that feel they're out of control and they don't know what's missing. And Libra, all these cards came out in a stack too. For Libras, I feel like to pull 2 4s, Libras needing to like take themselves out of the element that they're in. Like this makes me feel like Libra, you're not seeing things for how they really are. Like there's something that you're not really seeing it for what it is. And you're seeing something as negative where it's positive. And many of you may be like in a place of self-punishment. I feel like there's Libras could be in a space of self-punishment right now where like, they're not really seeing what spirit is like. Libra, I feel like some of you right now, you're not seeing what spirit is trying to show you or make you feel. I'm hearing the song, I can make you feel all right. I can make you feel all right. And I feel like Libra, some of you right now, you're resisting that. Like you're holding on to a certain experience and it's not making you feel good. But you want to feel good, but there's something you need to release because you're not seeing it. Like there's something you're not seeing. And I feel like spirit is trying to show you where it's better to lose something. Like it's almost like Libra, the loss was not a loss. Like there's a loss right now that you feel it's a loss. You feel like you don't understand it, but it's not a loss. Like it's here to help you empower yourself. Like there's something that feels off, or that it feels like you had to give it up or you lost control over it, but know that that was for your self-empowerment. So you may not understand, but know that you can't control the situation or change it. All you can do is empower yourself to move through it and just move onward from it. So there's like no forms of control here. All that you really truly can do is just empower yourself and know that it just wasn't what you thought. It wasn't what you thought it was going to be. You don't have the control, but you can see it differently now, and you can see it in a way that empowers you. So it's almost like no love lost, like no love lost, like no love lost. It's just, now you have to see it in a way of self-empowerment, and now you need to move in a direction that just empowers you. I'm hearing control of your confidence. It's like a need to now control your own confidence now. Despite whatever was a setback or seemed like a setback, it was actually for your greater good. So Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. No love lost, baby. That's right, Christy. No harm, no foul. Yes, Cheyenne. Yes, y'all get it. No love lost. Scorpio. Scorpio, we have the 3 of Cups and the Magician. I'm on Scorpio now. 3 of Cups and the Magician, and then bottom of the deck we have 4 of Cups with that. Scorpio, I feel like it's time for you to get out and show people your magic. I feel like it's time for Scorpios to make new friends, or it's time for Scorpios to go out and have some drinks, socialize. I feel like Scorpios right now need their friends. I feel like Scorpios need a good time. Scorpios need fun. Scorpios need something. You need something fun. So I feel like Scorpio, for the rest of Aquarius season, you should spend time with people you'll have a nice time with, and you should not be afraid to like flaunt a little bit, or don't be afraid to kind of like show off a little bit. I feel like some of you're getting out of a space where you were very stagnant and unsatisfied and like disappointed or just disconnected. I feel like you guys are getting back into the connected feeling now. Like I feel like it's opposite for Scorpio, whereas like Aquarius season, you're getting your mojo back, and Pisces, you're going to really be saucy. So I feel like Scorpio, for the next 2 weeks, you should like talk to people, interact with people, go somewhere fun. If there's like a local concert or something, go to it. Like go do something fun, buy a ticket for something. Because I feel like you're gonna network with the right people. Scorpio, I feel like over the next 2 weeks is a really good time to network. Like you may go somewhere and people are really enticed by you, and they're really impressed by you, and they want to like figure you out. They want to talk with you. They want to see what's going on with you. So it's a good time for like networking and marketing and meeting new people, making new connections, and really just feeling the sauce, feeling the vibes of that. You are, I want to say that bitch, but like Scorpio, like you have a lot to flaunt. Like you have a lot to show for yourself, and people want to see what you're about. People are going to want to see what you're about. So don't be afraid to show them what you're about, and don't be afraid to really shine. Like shine on, basically, Scorpio, because you're going to meet people that you really can have a great time with. So shine on. Christine, no, I'm on Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, now we're in the final 4. The final 4. And it really is like that in life. So, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, really good. We have 8 of Wands, and I think Taurus pulled this, right? Taurus pulled this, and 10 of Cups, Sag. So happiness and dreams are happening very fast for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, things are happening fast for you. This to me, this is like Some of you, you're literally in the next 2 weeks, your dream is coming true. Like, and of course, Sag has it like that. But I feel like for some of you, like figuring out what's going to make you so happy, like you're finding your happiness basically over the next 2 weeks, Sag. Like something is going to align. For you, it's love, it's happiness, it's a new, deeper appreciation, like whatever that brings you deep joy. Like 10 of Cups is like your heart, you know, like what you really dream of, what you really want and wish for. Something that you've wished for emotionally is going to align. I feel like Sagittarius are in a space right now where they can create maximum happiness. Like they're in a space right now where like things are moving in such a divine alignment and things are falling into place so divinely that you really can have what you want. Like you really can get what you want and you can really truly be happy. But like ever since 2015, Sagittarius are in a weird space where they feel like they can't get what they want because the Saturn transit through Sagittarius like fucking pulled out all your spirit. And now that Jupiter is in Sagittarius, you're getting it back. Like you're getting it back, but you feel like things have been taken from you, or you feel like you lost momentum, or you feel like you lost like so a lot of Sagittariuses can feel like they had a certain time period and they missed it. Like some of you feel like you missed your destiny, or like it's just not in the cards for you, but that was all a part of it this whole time. Like you had to lose your spirit to then find it for real. So I feel like Sagittarius are in a space right now where like messages are going to come through, like spirit is going to provide clarity you need, and it's going to bring you speed. Like things are going to happen fast in the way that you want them to happen. So I feel like for Sagittarius, you need to focus on what will really make you happy. Like what it is that you want. Like if you were going to think about like at the end of your life, what would you have wanted to experience? What would that be? Like, what is it that you want on a spiritual, emotional level? Like if you had to wish for to basically, what in your life do you know that you really in your heart want? Know what that is, and it's going to start coming to you fast, like at God's speed, because you guys are the gods and goddesses. So like when a Sagittarius really has a wish in their heart, the universe can't wait to make it come true. Like the universe literally shoots down to the Sagittarius and is like, please just believe in it so we can give it to you. Like basically Sagittarius, whatever, basically it's like what you wish is going to be the universe's command. So you just have to hold that wish in your heart and allow yourself to receive the signs and get into this experience of happiness. Like happiness is going to be happening for so many Sagittariuses this year. Like this is going to be a year for Sagittarius. Like it's going to be a big year for Sagittariuses because you guys are in a space now where you're so much closer to the wishes in your heart, and now it's time to really experience them. So things will be aligning very, very divinely for you guys. Very, very divinely for you guys. Aw. So who's next? Capricorn. Oh, God, my rising sign. No. Let me drink the rest of my cold coffee. Let's see. I will say, though, Venus right now is on my ascendant, so I'm feeling good. Thank you, Cheyenne. The last three. Let me touch up my lipstick. Oh, yay, Cindy. Jay Zax, I gotta love those hardworking cats. Someone gotta love us, right? Someone's gotta love us. Okay. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. This Four of Swords has been a lot with a lot of signs. Wow, Capricorn. So the card, hold on, let me see myself. The card that I have for Capricorn is the Fool. It's a wild card. Fool, Uranian energy. And with that, we have the Magician. So Capricorn, I'm hearing spread your wings and prepare to fly, because you will become the butterfly. Oh, na, 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 na. Capricorn, and I'm hearing caterpillar. Capricorn, I feel like for you, you're in a time right now where like you have been the dying caterpillar for a while. Like ever since really the beginning of 2018, when Saturn went into your sign, you have been the dying caterpillar, wondering if this is it. This is the last bit. This is it. This is it. The universe is gonna take me with this one. I'm not gonna survive this one. And I feel like Capricorn, things now moving into Pisces season, and really just Neptune sextiling Saturn. I feel like for you, Capricorn, you and Pisces especially are in a position, right? And also Sagittarius because Jupiter, but you and Pisces, but let's just focus on Capricorn. Capricorn, you're in a time right now where like, it's time for you to do what feels right. Like it's time for you to make a risk based on your spiritual nature. The thing about Capricorn is Capricorns are very spiritual. And I feel like Capricorn, it's time for you now, these next 2 weeks of Aquarius season, you need to be in your real nature. You need to find out what that is. And you need to dig your heels in your real spiritual nature and soar in it. I feel like there is a new beginning on the horizon for you guys, like very soon. It's very quickly approaching. And I feel like many of you have been meditating on this for a while. Under the Four of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. Many of you have been holding space in your mind for like a certain love or a certain awakening. Like you've almost in your mind been thinking about the awakening that's gonna soon to come. And Capricorn, I feel like it's here now. Like I feel like many of you are at this point where you can take the leap. And the thing is, the leap doesn't have to be something physical. It doesn't have to be something you actually do. The leap is that you believe in your magic and you believe in your potential. Like for many Capricorns, like for a while, you've been just sleeping on yourself. Like you've been sleeping on yourself, or you've been in a space where like you're not putting in the energy to really like risk it. You're not putting in the energy you really want to be putting in because a part of you is not fully believing in your power and magic. And I feel like for you, Capricorn, this new moon, especially Capricorn rising, this is happening in your second house. Make that bet, like bet on yourself, make that bet and really, really like place that offer on yourself, because a lot of you have no idea that you are in a position right now to like put the whole masses in a daze. Like this, the Fool with the Magician to me is like, it's almost like when you see a car crash, you can't help but to look at it. It's kind of like that. Like there's a twisted beauty to Capricorn with like some Capricorn, you don't realize right now that like people are looking to you to know like how real things are, like how real situations can be. So Capricorns right now are in a vulnerable position because it's time for you to really put yourself out there in a way to where you dazzle and you can't be real stubborn and you can't be real hesitant. You have to full out put yourself out there with all your skills, with all your magic and power, and literally razzle dazzle. I'm hearing like this is going to be a time where Capricorns dazzle themselves and they see like just how much potential they really truly hold and have. So Capricorn, do not doubt yourself. Like you are dazzling people, whether you realize it or not. Like people are seeing you and they're seeing like in themselves how they're not taking risk, how they're not like giving a chance to things. Like you don't even know that people see you and they see the potential of magic to soar. So for Capricorns, this is a time to stop sleeping on yourself and really bet on yourself, because trust me, people are going to want to just give you their attention and support what you do, because you really show the essence of like the whole caterpillar, like turning into the butterfly. Like that is very Capricorn. So Capricorns are off into a new adventure and it's going to be very magical. It's going to be very, very magical for Capricorns. So Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Aquarius, we have the same as Aries. The same as Aries. And we have Queen of Swords and bottom of the deck with that 7 of Pentacles. I'm hearing the word release, and I'm hearing the word relinquish. What is the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, release. But I'm seeing it as like release the dragons. Like I'm seeing it as someone as like release and like something coming out. Aquarius, I feel like some of you for a while, like you've been nice, like you've been trying to like do things right. And for some way, many of you have been trying to like follow the law. You've been trying to do things right. You've been waiting for the right moment. Aquarius, I also feel like though there's this feeling where you feel like time is up, almost like you are in a space now where you're controlling the time and you feel like time is up. And I'm seeing it as like a timer going off, like a timer going off. And there's something now that you need to execute. I feel like it's something about execute. And yes, release the dragon. It's like releasing the dragon. Like it's time to execute now, where you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And now it's time to like release something. Let me pull one more though, since it is you guys' new moon. Okay, 6 of Cups wants to come out. I'll let it come out. 6 of Cups, this could be something from the childhood. This could be something, a long dream, a long time dream, a long-term type of wish. Let's see. So then 10 of Pentacles came out with it. So 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Many of you now, I see this also maybe as an ultimatum. Some of you are placing new boundaries on people in your life, and you're kind of like, listen, are we going to do this or not? Some of you, it could also be this feeling where it's like, are you going to pursue the creative dream now that you've always had or not? And there could also, there's this feeling, some of you are dealing with someone that you've always seen in your future. And now there's something where it's like, because I feel like Queen of Swords is very your energy, Aquarius. But there's something that was off, or there was something that you were waiting, like you were waiting for it to be the right moment, or you were waiting for it to build or something. And now it's almost like you need the proof, like you need to know that like the dream is alive. There's something here about needing to execute to make sure that the dream is still alive. And it's almost like checking to see if something has a pulse. And that's also the feeling of like release the dragons. It's almost like a scare attack. It's almost like it's like you're testing something and you're seeing the pulse of it. You're seeing the effect of it. And it's like you're wanting to see if something is as true as you always deemed it, and as if it was always as real as you thought it would be. Some of you, it's like you're finding yourself in a situation where you always knew this would happen, something like that over the next 2 weeks. But it's like it's something to do with like something you've always dreamed of. To me, 6 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles is something you've always dreamed of. You're going to get the real truth of it, Aquarius. Like you're going to see it for exactly what it is. So many of you, I think, are going to have a better understanding of certain soulmates in your life now over the next 2 weeks. And you're going to have a better understanding about what your dream really is. Like the dream you've always really held in your heart and you see in your future. You're going to have a more clear, logical stand on it. And again, I keep hearing just release the dragons, like release the dragons. Yeah, release the dragons. That's literally what I'm feeling for you guys. So if you're needing to really understand something and like and I'm seeing it as like baby dragons too. What was that one show? There was a show with like little baby dinosaurs. And it had like a little song. I don't know why I'm thinking of My Little Pony, but it's not My Little Pony. Maybe some of you will know what I'm talking about. Let me look in the chat. I don't know. There was like a little show and it was like little baby dragons. And they were like friends and stuff. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing it as like Dragon Tales. Yes, Dragon Tales. That's what I'm seeing. And like this is and think of Dragon Tales like a story, right? There's something about, yes, Dragon Tales. There's something about like a story here. Like, and again, Dragon Tales is like a child show, like a children's show. So there's something that's like, there's something about a dragon's tale from like when you were young. It's something from a long time ago. This could be a person. This could be someone that you had an imagination with. This could be something, a part of your life that like you you always saw it to manifest in the future, something that was real for you as a child. And again, it's a dragon's tail. You need to get clear on that the next 2 weeks. Like, you're getting clear on it now. You're getting clear on the dragon tail. You're getting very clear on what that dream was. And it's like now you're there's something now that's coming out, like it's dragon tail. Something is dragon tail. So that's the only thing I can really say. I feel like that's going to translate for all of you differently, but release your dragon. This is your dragon's tail. So last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. In Pisces, for you, we have, not unexpectedly, we have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands, and then bottom of the deck, we have strength and the sun. So a lot of Leo energy here. Pisces, 10 of Wands. And, you know, this is the final trud, the final trud before your season. So Pisces, the next 2 weeks for you is putting in the real final work. You're going to be working very hard, Pisces, over the next 2 weeks. Like, you are going to be putting in your maximum effort. You are going to be really putting it in, really putting in energy. And I feel like Pisces is because you're coming close now to a completion. Like, you're coming close now to a space of real success and completion. And you have to give it all you've got. Like, you have to give it all you've got, Pisces. And I feel like over the next 2 weeks before your season, you're putting in those final touches, the final push. This is like the crunch time. This is like the final lap. It's the final lap, and you have to go hard, Pisces. Like, you have to give it all you've got. You have to put all of yourself in it to get all of what you want back out of it. So I feel like, Pisces, you're going to be pushing hard over the next 2 weeks because you are gaining real earned success. Like, you've really earned it. So you have to make sure you give it all you've got, the last stretch, the last mile. And I feel like strength with the sun, and then under that we have Ace of Cups. I feel like a lot of you, your reward or what your success or completion is going to grant you is love. I feel like some of you, if you've been wanting like a real, like a soulmate, like a very true real soulmate, a happy soulmate, I feel that, like a warm, like Pisces, what you're going to get out of this, if you really go hard the next 2 weeks and you really push yourself and put your effort in it and like give it all you got, you're going to get out of that so much satisfaction. You're going to be oozing satisfaction. Like, you're going to have a warm tone to your aura is literally going to be orangey and yellow, and it's going to just ooze happiness and sexuality and confidence because you know that you did it. Like, you knew you could do it. So I feel like for Pisces, the next 2 weeks is about pushing yourself and applying yourself so that you can reap all the juicy honey benefits. And I'm literally seeing like honey dripping. So I feel like a lot of you now, you're going to come into a very sensual time in your season, a very attractive, magnetic time. But the end of Aquarius season is like going super in it, going hard and pushing and pushing. And it's almost like I'm seeing something push and push and push, and then honey drips out of it. So Pisces, you're going to have to show up and show up if you want to show out. So keep showing up because you're definitely going to reap very, very extremely like sensual luxury benefits from it if you really give it your all. And that can apply in a lot of things. Like, give it your all and show that it means something to you, and you're going to have something that means something to you come right back. So that is what I have for all the signs. I'm going to pull one final card for everyone and for all the signs. Let's see, one final card for everyone. I'm going to shuffle the deck again. Gotta go hard. I gotta finish the 2018. I have like 10 left. And I'm gonna do the Venus series. So I'm gonna be going hard the next 2 weeks. Chrissy said, I feel sexy, biatch. Yes, feel sexy. Pisces, if you're not feeling sexy, you're gonna feel way more sexy in your season, like way more sexy. I love y'all. I like love y'all. Like I'm just like reading and I just like love y'all. Okay, let's do one final card for everyone. So this new moon in Aquarius, what is the final message? What is just a message that I can give everyone right now? Let's see. I'm going to see if anything comes out. So the 2018 birth chart readings, those will be out literally as of like before the, like literally in the next few days. Like those are going to be out now that the new moon is over. But well, it's not over, but you guys know what I mean. And then the February ones, I only did 15. So those are going to be out. Like I'm hoping to get all of the 28. Well, I'm not hoping. I'm making it happen. The 2018 and the February readings that people purchased, I want those to all be out like by the end of Aquarius season. So like by the 20th, the people who signed up for readings for the February, you should have your readings by like the 20th, like the 19th before Pisces season. And then when Pisces season starts, I'm going to upload more readings on my website for people to book. So that's the plan. Wow. So the 3 cards just came out. And the thing is, it's like, yeah. Kim Launder said, really, OMG, I can't wait. Yeah. Like the only readings that have been taking me forever is the 2018 ones. And I feel like it's because that year itself was just so draining for me, like so heavy. Like, I feel like it has taken me so long to do anything from last year. Everything took me so long. Like Saturn was on my ascendant. Pluto is in my first house. Like Neptune is literally conjunct my Saturn. Like I feel like everything has been so slowed down, but I know that once I get those done, like those last batch of them, I'm going to be moving fast again. Because I want to start doing more personal readings. Like I want to do more personal readings because I don't want to just be posting on the channel every day. Like I want to have time to really like build and like really build my like people. Like what my goal is that eventually I want to start like, I want to set up some type of program where I can do people like be their astrologer. Like people can sign up or pay and do some sort of thing where I am people's astrologer and like I have clients and we like every month I talk to you guys. Every month like I build and establish these connections. So like I need to get things in order so that I can have like what I'm wanting to do. So I know once I finish the 2018 ones, like it's going to be like Chrissy said it was a dragging ass year. Yes, like it's still dragging for me. Like I'm still not going to be done with 2018 until I finish those readings. But I know that the ones I'm going to do now, they're going to be like, I'm putting my whole like heart in them because it's coming from a space of there's so much to talk about. There's so much. But yeah, I'm just talking about me. But the three that just came out for everybody. And it's funny because they came out like, it's almost like north, south, and like they came out like in a position like this. Like it went like do, do, do. So we have 6 of Wands. Six of Wands. The Sun, which came out like horizontally, like a bridge. And then the Strength was under that. So literally all 3. This is literally the cards of Mars and Leo. This is both cards of Leo. So this is very, very strong Leo energy for this to come out for everyone. And I feel like this is saying that this new moon in Aquarius, remember the opposite of Aquarius is Leo. And remember that your heart does matter. Like your heart matters. So even though this is a very mental time, know that the transitions coming now are going to be felt. And they're going to be felt in your blood. They're going to be felt in your feelings. Like this is going to be a transition of emotions. This is going to be a spiritual transition. This isn't just going to be changing your mind, but this is going to be felt physically. And this is about momentum. So I feel like over the next 2 weeks, a lot of you, you're going to find yourself in very passionate spaces. I feel like a lot of passion is coming in. Like people don't realize it, but passion is coming in. Especially because Venus is in Capricorn now and Mercury is going to be in Pisces by the end of this week. So it's going to be very sensual moving into next week. So I feel like a lot of passion and opportunities for joy and like even like sexual energy. I feel like there's a lot of sexual energy that's coming in and just radiance and stuff like that. So don't expect for the rest of Aquarius season just to be mental. Make sure that you're doing things that make you feel alive. Like make sure that you are engaging in things that open your spirit and make your spirit feel bigger, because I feel like this is going to be a time where all of you need to pursue your heart's calling and pursue what you know your heart is going to be happy doing. So there's a big focus here on passion and momentum, and all of the changes and the swift changes that many of you are needing and what you're wanting to feel and experience is going to come based on like putting yourself in the situations where you just allow yourself to ooze and feel and radiate warmth. So like I said, we will see when it gets warm. That's coming through again. Like we're going to see when it gets warm, and it's getting warm. It's warming up. I'm feeling it as warming up. And you know the game Marco Polo? I'm hearing where it's like Marco Polo, 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 and it's getting like closer and closer, and it's warmer and warmer. I feel like over the next 2 weeks, many of you, it's getting warmer and warmer and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and like it is going to be boiling hot and sensual and sexy and alive and passionate. So a lot of changes are coming, but they're going to be very passionate. So don't think this is just a mental game in the mind. This is going to be felt too on a heart level. So let me go to the chat. And okay, I like when you guys send like little smiling emojis. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this here. I don't know how long I've been on. I feel like it's probably been a while. But yeah, what do I want to say before I close this out? So this new moon was on my Venus, and I want to say that I feel like 2019 for me, my main goal is that I want to put beauty in the world. Like, I feel like what I care a lot about, I care about beauty, and not in the superficial way, not necessarily in how things look, but I care about the essence of beauty, because I feel like beauty is timeless. And I feel like it's art. Like, I feel like to create beauty is art. So I feel like this year I'm really wanting to swiftly get through things, and I want people to be able to trust me on a timely manner, because I want to create a space of beauty. Like, I feel like I'm here not to just talk about astrology or teach astrology, but I'm here to show people the beauty of astrology, and just the beauty of things. So I feel like the rest of Aquarius season for me is about creating beauty. And that's why I'm doing the Venus sign series first. Because Venus is about that. It's about how people are as a lover, their beauty, their aesthetic, the things that they value and desire. So I want to start the series with that, with like beauty and love, because I feel like that's what it's all about. My midheaven is Libra, so I feel like even though Aquarius season can get very mental, and it can get very tricky, and it can get very like things start to shut down and malfunction and stuff, but at the heart of it, there is a strange beauty to all of this. Like, know that right now, there's a strange beauty taking place in your life. There is a divine, splendid type of beauty that's happening that is beyond you, and it's higher than you. And even though things may not be making sense, there is such a beauty to that, and trust that, because usually the things that turn out the most amazing, you never would have saw coming. Like, it is strange. It is weird. It may have been confusing and didn't make sense. So I feel like trust in the strange beauty, trust in the unseen and the mysterious things that are happening right now. And if it feels beautiful to you, and it feels colorful to you, and it feels vibrant, go towards it, because those are the things that are going to really matter and be lasting. I feel like in Aquarius, it's a time where we really truly shift into a beautiful headspace. I feel like before we go into Pisces, we have to make sure our mind is full with roses and full with beauty. So however that is, it doesn't have to be roses, but it is over the next 2 weeks about putting beauty in your mind so that your soul can feel the essence of it in Pisces season and truly explore in the ways it really wants to. So that is what I have for everyone. And I feel like the future is going to reveal itself, and what it will reveal will be absolutely beautiful, and more beautiful than you ever could have expected. Never, ever doubt how beautiful things can turn out. Like never, ever, ever doubt how amazing something can be. Because just believing that alone is half the battle. And if you already conquered half the battle, you have a 50% chance to get everything and more of what you wanted. So I feel like this is a very complex but very beautiful time where destiny is shifting, and things are very strange, but things are absolutely divine and they are sent by higher forces. And all you really have to do is keep losing yourself and keep finding yourself and keep going towards those weird spaces that you know mean something to you. So that is what I want to say to everyone. And just don't be afraid of who you are either. You know, I feel like Aquarius season, it's a time where people really need to break out and like, you know, let your freak flag fly, right? Like this is a time where you can't doubt what makes you you. You can't doubt like what makes you you is beautiful. Like what makes you you is beautiful. Your authentic self is beautiful. Like the real you is absolutely beautiful. And people who are not afraid to be themselves are the most beautiful people in the world. So beauty is perspective. And I feel like right now, many of you are getting closer and closer to your real, true beauty and essence because you're learning to just let yourself be who you are and pursue the things you really want to pursue. And there is beauty in the madness. Like Matthew said, this is a time of beauty in the madness. And it's like in that madness, it's very conflicting, but at the same time, it's all just falling into place. So let things fall into place right now and trust in the process because it's weird, but it works. You know, that's Aquarius. Like it's weird, but it works. And if it's working and it's beautiful, then let it be beautiful. So that is my message, my final outro. And I just want to say thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for supporting me and spending time with me and talking with me. And I am going to drink that cold coffee. I'm going to make another pot right now and drink it hot now to savor and contrast the cold. And I love you all. I really, truly do. And I just can't wait to like keep coming more into myself because I feel like, oh my God, like I think so much about myself and I think so much about what I can do. And like every day I am on a mission to be the best me. Like every single day I am dedicated to literally just dissolve in this world and be my absolute greatest person. Like I want to be the best me so I can give the best of everything I could possibly do to the world before I leave and hit my exit. So I love you all and thank you for seeing whatever that you see in me. I see it too. And I feel like what we have is really special. So I feel like 2019 is just going to be more and more special things happening. So embrace that. And I'm going to head out. So I love you all. I love you all. I really, really, truly do. And let me see here. Let me check the chat one time before I go. Also, those of you that signed up for the cleanse, I'm going to do the cleanse. I'm going to do the cleanse tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. So I'm going to close it on my website by tomorrow. So probably tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to take it off my website and then I'll do it tomorrow. So I'm going to do the cleanse actually, I'll probably do the cleanse right when the moon goes into Pisces tomorrow at 0 degrees because that's conjunct by Mercury. So I'll do it when the moon goes into Pisces. And again, thank you guys for being here. So I love you. And I need to find my face so I can close this live stream out. But for the lovers and happy new moon.